A major development is brewing at Ibrox as Rangers move swiftly towards finalising a significant deal involving a defender. Talks have been progressing quietly in the background, but now the move is understood to be on the brink of completion, with medicals and formalities set to follow. It signals another key step in Russell Martin's ongoing squad overhaul, as the manager looks to shape a team capable of meeting both domestic and European demands. While much of the summer has been focused on arrivals, this latest shift highlights the broader transformation taking place within the club's core. So what are the details, and what does this deal mean for Rangers? Let's break it down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Conor Coady's name continues to dominate Rangers' summer transfer chatter, and with good reason. The experienced centre-back has been heavily linked with a move to Ibrox as Russell Martin looks to add a final layer of leadership and stability to his rapidly evolving squad. Rangers made their interest in the Leicester City defender clear weeks ago, and discussions have been ongoing ever since. Should the deal materialise, Coady would become the 7th new face to join the Martin era, slotting in alongside Tello Arsgaard, Emmanuel Fernandez, JD Gassama, Nasser Giga, Max Aarons and Joe Rothwell in a summer of aggressive and ambitious recruitment. The transfer market remained busy on Thursday, with news breaking that Rangers had submitted a bid for Crystal Palace prospect Jesarun Raksaki. The approach, reportedly an initial loan with an obligation to buy, was turned down by the Premier League side, yet it underlined the club's intent to strengthen across the pitch. While Coady's arrival isn't yet over the line, signs suggest he's watching developments at Ibrox closely. On Tuesday, Rangers launched their new campaign with a commanding 2-0 win over Panathinaikos in the first leg of their Champions League qualifier. Finlay Curtis opened the scoring before Gassama, one of Martin's new arrivals, capped the night with a goal to mark a dream debut. But the match might have taken a very different turn without Jack Butland's early heroics. The keeper, who faced scrutiny for his form late last season, silenced his critics in style. A stunning 8th-minute save kept the Greeks at bay, as Butland threw himself across goal to claw out a certain opener. Facundo Pellistri fired the rebound wide, and Rangers never looked back. Butland later took to Instagram to celebrate the win, posting, "It's good to be back home." Among the post's likes was Conor Coady himself, along with Václav Černý, who enjoyed a successful loan spell at Ibrox last season. It was a small gesture, but one that didn't go unnoticed among eagle-eyed supporters. Coady, who featured 22 times in the Premier League last season, would bring far more than just defensive reinforcements to Glasgow. With close to 200 Premier League appearances and several stints as club captain on his CV, the 32-year-old's leadership and experience could be vital in guiding a youthful Rangers backline through the challenges of both domestic and European competition. Now, in a huge imminent defender deal, Robin Pröpper's return to familiar territory is finally on the brink of completion, and it comes with a 4-year lifeline from Twente and Shade. The Dutch centre-back is set to finalise his move this weekend, with a medical scheduled ahead of a £1.5 million switch that will officially bring his brief and frustrating Ibrox chapter to a close. Omitted from Rangers' midweek Champions League victory over Panathinaikos, Pröpper's departure has felt increasingly inevitable. Negotiations have been snagged by a contract impasse, as the 31-year-old was reluctant to accept a pay cut on his return to the Eredivisie. However, Twente stepped up decisively, putting a long-term offer on the table that finally brought all parties to agreement. Pröpper returns to a club where he once thrived, captaining Twente and racking up 115 appearances between 2021 and 2024. But in Glasgow, things never quite clicked. Despite a memorable goal and an Old Firm win over Celtic in January, consistent starts eluded him, with just 22 league outings under his belt. Now, with Russell Martin reshaping his squad and ushering in a new era at Ibrox, Pröpper's exit marks another step in the evolution. For the player, it's a homecoming and a second chance. For Rangers, it's another name off the wage bill as the rebuild gathers momentum. In other news, Rangers' search for the wide reinforcements continues to gather pace, but they've just hit a major stumbling block. The Ibrox club have seen an ambitious move for Crystal Palace winger Yesurun Raksaki firmly rejected, according to The Athletic. Rangers reportedly tabled an initial loan offer with an obligation to buy next summer, potentially worth up to £10 million, a figure that would make the 22-year-old the club's second most expensive signing ever, behind the £12 million spent on Torre Andre Flo in 2000. But Palace have dismissed the approach, unwilling to part with the highly rated attacker under those terms. Raksaki, who has represented England at under-21 level and is also eligible to play for Ghana, remains under contract at Selhurst Park until 2028. He spent last season on loan at Sheffield United in the Championship, but has struggled to break into Oliver Glasner's first-team plans since returning for pre-season. Despite his uncertain future in South London, Palace appear in no rush to sanction a departure. Rangers' interest in the right-sided winger isn't new. Links first surfaced last month, and it's believed head coach Russell Martin is a long-time admirer, having previously attempted to sign Raksaki during his time at Southampton. With the Scottish Giants intent on bolstering their attacking options, their eyes have again turned to the English market. While the recent addition of JD Gisema, who impressed with a goal in Tuesday night's 2-0 Champions League win over Panathinaikos, has added some flair on the left, Martin's options on the right remain thin. Kieran Dowell, a natural central midfielder, was asked to fill in there against the Greek side, underlining the lack of depth in that position. There is, however, hope emerging from within. Teenager Findy Curtis has caught the eye in pre-season, and Colombian talent Oscar Cortez has returned to fitness. But Martin, gearing up for a demanding European campaign and a Premiership title tilt, is eager to bring in further quality out wide. Last season's standout performer on the right, Václav Černý, returned to Wolfsburg following the expiry of his loan, and a permanent move back to Glasgow appears increasingly unlikely. New sporting director Kevin Thelwell has been proactive in reshaping the squad, with several English-based recruits arriving in recent weeks, including Max Aarons and Joe Rothwell from Bournemouth, Nasser Jiga from Wolves, Emmanuel Fernandez from Peterborough, fellow Arsgaard from Luton, and Gassama from Sheffield Wednesday. Beyond the flanks, Rangers are also monitoring the striker situation closely. Danilo, Cyril Dessers, and Hamza Igaman all featured against Panathinaikos, but question marks still surround the latter too. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.